So we're going to get started. Good morning, everybody. We'll start seated, so you can sit in Sukhasana, happy easy pose, ankles crossed, and hands resting to your lap. And sit up nice and tall. So feel the neck stretching up a little higher and the top of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. And also at the same time settle the sitting bones down into the floor. So you feel rooted and stable. Feel the weight of your body settling in. You can have your palms up or down and allow your shoulders to relax and settle away from the ears. Begin by taking some nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Maybe some sighing as you exhale and let go. Enjoy that full breath in. And become aware of your breath. Where you feel the breath moving in your body. Maybe it's the first time today that you really focused on your breath. And what is the breath like for you right now in this moment? How would you describe your breath? Does your chest feel tight or open? And then bring your awareness to the nostrils, and as you inhale and exhale, feel the air moving in and out of the nostrils. Can you notice the air coming in is a little cooler than the air that leaves your body? And then bring your awareness to your chest. Inhaling and exhaling, feel the rise and fall of your chest. And bring your awareness to your belly, feeling the rise and fall of the belly. And then taking a full inhale, full exhale with a sigh. And allow your hands to drop down towards the floor. And on your next inhalation, sweep the arms out to the sides, lifting the arms up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, lower your right hand down to the floor and stretch over to the right side. On your inhale, rise back up and exhale over to the left side. Let's go back and forth, syncing the movement and breath. So the inhale as you expand and lift, and the exhale as you reach to one side. Connecting to your body, and notice where you might feel some tightness and tension. And then when you come over to one side, hold there, breathing fully into the stretch. Allow your chest to face forward so you feel this little opening and the roll of the shoulder blade down the back, arms stretched out. And if you look up towards the ceiling, the arms a little behind your view. That side that you're leaning to, maybe you start to bend the elbow, lowering it down towards the floor. Find your edge. And then an inhale to bring yourself back up slowly and mindfully, and exhale over to the other side. Again, watching that you're not rounding here. Keep your chest facing forward. You might start to bend the elbow, lowering it down towards the floor. Adjusting the hand as you need to. Breathe into the stretch. And then exhale, make your way back up. Bring both arms up towards the ceiling. Let your shoulders relax down away from your ears. Take an inhale to lift. And exhale, twist to one side. We're going to repeat this with that flow. The inhale, facing forward, bringing the arms right up towards the ceiling. And exhale to the other side. Have a little pause in between the breath. And this gentle ringing out of your spine. And then when you come over to one side to the twist, hold. Use that back arm, fingertips tented to the floor, and use the arm to prop the spine up a little bit taller as you root evenly down through the sitting bones. Crown reaches up towards the ceiling. Allow your face to relax. And move into this gentle twist as you breathe fully. Honoring your body, respecting your body. Do just what it needs in each moment. And the next inhalation and twist, take the arms up towards the ceiling, facing forward. And then exhale, twist to the other side. And you soften the shoulders a bit. Unclench the jaw. Notice your breath. Maybe you focus at the nostrils, the chest, or the belly, wherever it feels easiest for you to connect to your breath. And then taking an inhale to face forward, lifting the arms up. And exhale, slowly let the arms come out to the sides. And we'll recross the ankles, bringing the other leg in front. Hands to your lap and circle out. Nice, wide, slow circle. Keep the breath full and deep. And feel all that's going on in your body, this simple movement. Loosening up the joints, the hips, the spine, shoulders. And go the other direction. Notice if you're in autopilot here, just moving automatically, can you find each micro movement and make that connection to your body to help your body open and heal. Bring yourself back up, sitting nice and tall, but lower the chin towards the chest and circle the head around. Slowly open your neck. And then circle the other direction. Slowly let the head come back centered on top of your shoulders, and now a little loose bounce of your shoulders, shaking them up and down. Deep inhale and exhale through the mouth. Good, let the shoulders drop and then bring them all the way up towards the ears. Inhale, hold the breath, hold the shoulders up high. And then exhale, let them drop down away from the ears. Bring your fingertips to the top of your head and begin to tap the top of your head. Maybe you close your eyes, feel that vibration in the head to the brain. Tap down the back of the head. Tap at the base of the skull, top of the neck. Behind the ears. To the back of the neck. Bring your fingertips to your ears and just give a little press, a little massage to the earlobes. Gently squeezing and pulling and connecting. And then bring your fingertips to the forehead and tap your forehead. So we're getting the circulation of energy, blood flow, and with the mind coming to your body, right where you're tapping, helping the energy to move. Tap around your eye sockets. And then your temples, cheekbones, nose. If you're having sinus issues and allergies, tap all around here. Maybe you stay a little longer there. Jaw, mouth, chin, throat, collarbone, chest. Make fists. Take a deep breath in and exhale, make noise. You're all on mute, so nobody will hear. You can go as loud as you like. Get that vibration into the lungs, the heart center, fourth chakra, fifth chakra at the throat. Healing of the lungs. Take a deep inhale to the base of the lungs and one more loud exhale. And then release your hands to your lap with your palms up. Pointer and thumb lightly touch. Roll the shoulders back and lift through the heart. Be open there, nice, sitting nice and tall. Connect inside. Maybe you feel that little tingling currents of energy flowing throughout your body where you just tapped. Deepen your breath. Nice slow inhale. And a nice long exhale. Your eyes are closed, open them and bring your hands to the floor. Come into table pose, uncrossing your ankles and having your knees right below your hips, hands right below your shoulders, with your middle finger pointing forward so your fingers spread wide. And then cat and cow, inhale as you look up towards the ceiling, belly drops towards the floor, exhale, round to cat pose, navel to spine. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. And 3 more. Open the spine. You can move with the breath or just ignore my cues with the breath and movement. Just breathe naturally. So see what feels best for you. And then meet back into table pose, neutral spine. Bring that left leg up and circle the left hip, open there through the hip. Nice wide circle and go the other direction. And then we'll take the leg lifted, knee stays bent, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhaling here, ha. And then inhale, draw the knee and the forehead towards one another. And exhale, ha, as you lift the leg and look up. So we'll do it a few times. Inhale, exhale, ha. 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 One more. Ha. Good. Let that left knee lower to the floor. Hold here in table, ground through the hands and fingers, neutral spine, long through the neck, gazes down to the mat or just beyond your mat. Feel your body and all that's going on. Maybe a little more sensation, left side, left hip. Maybe the heart's beating a little faster, maybe you feel a little warmer. Now we'll lift the right leg up, keep the knee bent and circle the right hip. And circle the other direction. Good. Lift the leg, knee stays bent, bottom of the foot up towards the ceiling, and then lift the chest, chin lifts, look up. Exhale with a ha. Inhale as you round, knee to forehead. Exhale, lift, ha. Repeat, ha, 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 ha. One more. Ha. And release the right knee to the floor. Sink the hips back towards your heels. Take your arms right by your sides and lower the forehead down towards the floor. Let the arms relax. Release the wrists. Maybe a little movement of your fingers or a roll of your wrists. If you feel discomfort here, or hips or knees or back, you can also widen your knees towards the edges of your mat or tuck a blanket under the knees or under your hips. Allow your body to relax. And then we'll take the arms, stretch them forward and press back up to table. Let the knees come back in underneath the hips. Curl your toes and lift the hips up towards the ceiling into downward dog. Begin to slowly walk it out. And as you're pedaling the legs, start to walk your feet wider with each little step that you're taking. Bring your feet out a little wider towards the edges of your mat. Little baby steps out. And then once you're there with your feet out wide, bring the heels up off the floor. Take an inhale and exhale. Let the heels lower back down towards the mat. And let your hips swing side to side. Nice big wide swing. Bring your hips back to center and begin to pedal the feet back in towards one another till they come hip distance apart. Come up off the heels as you inhale. And exhale, reach your heels back towards the floor. Now bring your awareness to your hands. Have the weight balanced and spread evenly among the fingers and knuckles. Have the shoulders away from your ears. And reach the hips up a little bit higher. You might bend your knees here to do that. So you get long through the spine. The head's between the elbows, gaze is back at your feet. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, bring your knees slowly down to the floor. Take a modified plank. Adjust your hands a little further out of the shoulders, so that as you lower your hips halfway towards the floor, your shoulders stack right over your wrists. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower about an inch or two towards the floor. The elbows stay bent and tucked in. And then inhale back to a modified plank, and exhale, lower all the way down to the floor into cobra. So lifting your chest off the floor, the hands are light under the shoulders, the tops of your feet press, and then lift the chest up off the floor. You might come up a little bit higher. Roll the shoulders back and down, and lead with your chest, not the chin. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, now bring your elbows to the floor into Sphinx pose. So line the elbows under the shoulders, wrists lined up with the elbows, and draw the elbows towards the body as you reach your heart forward. Feel the lower back and kidneys and adrenals getting that nice squeeze and opening there. Pressing the legs, tops of your feet, even all 10 toes pressed to the floor. So you're really rooted down there through the lower body. Reaching out for your toes. Connect to your body, connect to your breath. Get one more deep inhale. And then the exhale to slowly release down, chest towards the floor. Slide your hands back under the shoulders and curl your toes. Press to table and then into either child's or downward dog. So see what your body's calling for. Maybe a little rest, a counter stretch into child's pose. Or you're floating up into downward dog, pedaling it out. If you're in child's, let your body rest and relax. If you're in downward dog, take that right leg up high towards the ceiling, and then you might open the hip and bend the knee so the heel drops back towards your left hip. Keeping your chest facing forward towards the mat, fingers spread. And then from here, optionally, bringing that right knee in towards your chest, Plank on one leg, so shoulders stack over the wrists. Lift that right leg up high towards the ceiling and lower the right foot down to the floor. Switch sides, lifting the left leg up high, open the hip, bend the knee, drop the heel back. And an option here, if you're feeling strain on the shoulders or wrists, is to come down into table and lift the leg up, hip height. Optionally here, bringing that knee towards the chest. Lifting the left leg up high, inhale. And exhale, lower the left foot down to the floor. Take a deep bend of your knees, look up to the top of your mat, inhale. And exhale, begin to walk forward. So you take little steps all the way to the top of your mat and hang in a forward fold. Give a little nod to your head, yes and no. Let the arms hang towards the floor. Upper back releases, lower back releases. Look at your feet, align so they're parallel, below the hips or closer. And then bring your hands, slide them up the tops of your feet. Notice the temperature, the skin feels dry or moist. Come all the way up the shins, towards the knees, all the way up to the thighs. And lift your back halfway, extended forward bend. Sitting bones reach up towards the ceiling and lengthen right up through the crown, pressing evenly through your feet. Take another inhale and exhale, lower all the way towards the legs. And on your next inhalation, come all the way up into Mountain Tadasana pose. So lifting your arms out to the sides, taking the hands together to the heart, and standing up nice and tall. Shoulders rolled back, feel balance left and right side. Notice your breath. We'll take the arms back up on an inhale. Your palms might touch or grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand and reach over towards the right side, crescent moon. Inhale, rise up, palms touch your left hand to right wrist and stretch over to the left side. Inhale, arms come up. And then exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, bending the knees, hips reach back, arms along the ears, or you can bring your hands to your hips. The weight shifted back into your heels. On the next inhalation, straighten the legs, lift to a back bend, arms wide. And exhale, dive down over the legs, Uttanasana, forward. Inhale up halfway. Hands maybe to the thighs or knees. And then exhale, bring your hands to the floor, step your right foot back. Into runner stretch, left knee bends right over the ankle. The fingertips are lined up with the tops of your toes. And then gaze forward. Keep that right thigh nice and high. Hold here, twist to the left. You can bring that left arm up towards the ceiling or bring your left hand to your hip, left hip. Our energy up through that right hand, reaching and opening through the chest. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, lower the left hand to the floor and come all the way up to crescent warrior, balancing so that back heel is lifted off the floor. You can plant it down, and then lower the hips, sink down towards the floor as you lift at the same time. Take a deep inhale here, and exhale, bring your arms all the way around behind, interlacing your fingers, pointers released towards the floor, open the heart. Inhale once more, and exhale, optionally, humble warrior, fold over the left thigh. Inhale, rise up, release the arms back up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, open the hips and chest to face the right as you plant the right heel to the floor into warrior two. Left knee stays stacked over the ankle, arms are nice and long. Take your right hand to your back thigh and lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the forearm to the left thigh. Swing the right arm over the ear. Side angle. Take that right arm and wrap it around behind to a half bind, the hand to the lower back or towards the left thigh. Or you can also clasp that left arm underneath the thigh to clasp the hands. And keep your chest facing forward. Gaze can be to the side, gaze can be up towards the ceiling. Another breath or two. And now slowly come out of that half bind. Take that right arm over the air. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to frame your left foot and step the left foot back into downward dog. Walk it out slowly. Nice deep bend of each knee. Maybe a little swing of your hips. Full inhale, full exhale. Keep coming into your body, inward. Space inside, come into plank. Shoulders stacked over wrists, heels reach back. Engage your core. A modification here is to be on the knees. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, lower down through chaturanga, bringing your chest to the floor. Inhale to cobra, or you might come up, hips, thighs off the floor, heart reaches forward. Take an exhale as you come back into downward dog, lifting the hips up high. Taking a deep bend of both knees, and a full inhale. And an exhale to walk or jump to the top of your mat into a forward fold. Take your arms, wrap them around behind your legs, forehead towards shins. Check in with how this feels. If you need to, bend the knees a little deeper. Do that or let the arms just dangle. Can you release the weight of your head? Feel your feet pressed evenly, and on your next inhalation, come all the way up. Arms float out to the sides, and the hands lower down to the heart. Lifting through the heart, shoulders rolled back. Take a few breaths here, centering yourself in mountain. What's going on in your body, the mind. Take your arms out to the sides, interlace your fingers, turn your palms up towards the ceiling and twist right. Come forward, twist left. Come forward, release the fingers so palms face each other, bend the knees, come into Utkatasana chair pose, arms along the ears. Let the arms come out, shoulder height in front, palms face down towards the floor. And then lift your heels up off the mat onto the balls of your feet, balancing here. You can begin to straighten the legs. See if you can stay on the balls of your feet. And then can you bring the arms up, palms face forward into palm tree. Give a little sway. Arms float back up, staying on the balls of your feet if possible. Let the arms come out, shoulder height, palms face down, and begin to slowly bend knees, lowering yourself back down. From here, let the heels come back to the floor. Let the arms swing to release behind, and on the inhale, lift all the way up into a back bend. And exhale, dive forward over the legs. Inhale up halfway, and exhale, step your left foot back to runner stretch, to lunge. Right knee bends over the ankle, gaze forward. See if you can feel this lengthening from the tail all the way to the crown. The feet are rooted, that ball of the back foot is rooted, and then from that space that you created through the spine, through your body, twist to the right, bring your right arm up, or the right hand to your hip. And this beautiful spiraling of the spine, keeping the breath deep, keeping that left hip up, so not dropping and sinking there, collapsing. Bringing that right arm back down, hand to the floor, getting your balance. When you're ready, come all the way up. Arms float up towards the ceiling. And make sure your torso is centered over the hips. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, swing your arms around behind, interlacing your fingers with the opposite thumb on top. Might feel a little awkward. Pointers release towards the back thigh. Lift the heart, take an inhale. And as you exhale, fold to humble warrior. And next inhale, rise up. And the exhale to open into warrior two. Left heel plants down to the floor, arms open wide. Left hand to your back thigh. Swing the right arm up towards the ceiling, reverse warrior two. And an inhale here. Exhale to side angle. Forearm to the thigh, left arm over the ear. Half bind, swing that left arm around behind. Or maybe you're taking a full bind, that right arm under the thigh, clasping your hands. And release that left arm over the ear. Take an inhale and exhale. Hands float down to frame your foot and step back into downward dog with a little counter stretch, a little walking, pedaling it out. Swing of your hips. Floating into plank or modified plank at the knees. Take an inhale and exhale, slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward dog. And exhale into downward dog. Deep inhale through your nose and exhale through the mouth. Lifting right leg up high. You can be on your knees with the leg lifted hip height. Three-legged downward dog. And then letting that right knee float towards the chest. Lift the right leg up. Maybe swing that hip open. Right knee to chest. Lift the leg, swing it open. And one more, knee to chest. And then lift the leg. And lower the right foot to the floor. Take it to the other side. Left leg lifts high. Knee to chest. Swing that leg up. Knee to chest. Find your flow. And one more. And then lowering that left foot to the floor, dropping the knees down to the floor, sinking the hips back into child's pose. Bring your arms around behind, interlace fingers. Press palms, and either rest your hands to your back or begin to float the arms up towards the ceiling. And if your forehead is to the mat, begin to rock gently as you press the forehead, brow, and third eye. And bring your awareness there. The point just between the brow. With eyes closed, do you see any colors, or what do you see anything? What's your experience like? Come to center, take an inhale, and exhale, lower your arms down by your sides, resting the shoulders. Hold here, or slowly roll yourself up. Sit on your heels. You can also come to your knees. And we'll come into a back bend, lifting the heart up towards the ceiling. So if you're on your knees, hands are at your lower back to support. Heart open. And can you feel that point again between the brow? Can you soften your face? Can you soften your brow? Forehead. Smooth out the skin. Maybe a gentle smile. Optionally here, take that right arm, make a nice big circle opening through the shoulder. Okay, one more. And then switch, left arm makes this big circle around. Letting the hands come back either to the floor behind the feet or to the lower back. Take another inhale and an exhale to bring yourself back into child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Take your hands into fists and give a light tap to your lower back. Kidneys below the ribs. Come down towards the sacrum, the glutes, the hips. And then allow the arms to rest. Turn your head to the left so your right ear rests to the floor, temple, and relax. Breathe right down the back, expanding the back side, the front side, and allow yourself this important rest. Let go. Turn your head to the right. Keep taking deep breaths. Place your forehead back down to the floor. Hold here or roll back up. One more back bend here, sitting on the heels, lifting the heart up towards the ceiling on your inhale. And as you exhale, to table, curl toes to downward dog. I'm going to take the hands back towards the feet this time, so we're at the back of the mat, and allow the feet to widen out beyond the edges of the mat if that feels okay on your hips, and then fold down and walk your hands over towards your left leg. Walk your hands over towards your right leg, forehead towards shin. And bring your hands back to center and hold here, optionally just a nice forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Or an option two, to bring your feet in hip distance, toes splayed out, and come into a squat. Lowering the hips towards the floor, heels root, or the ball of the feet root, hands to heart. Take 3 deep inhales and exhales. Bring your hands to the floor and then press yourself into a forward fold. If your legs are wide, bring them back in below the hips. Knees bend. And now, so the feet are hip distance, the knees bend, the weight shifts back into the heels and come into chair pose. So lifting your arms right up towards the ceiling. Holding here, bring hands to heart, take a twist to the right. Left elbow hooks to the outside of the right thigh. Place hands back to heart center. Take an inhale, still bend through your knees. And exhale, twist left. Bring your hands back to heart center as you slowly straighten the legs. Lift the arms up towards the ceiling, inhale, and exhale, let your arms come down to the sides. And take your feet out wide apart. And a gentle swing of your arms back and forth. You can take a very long, slow, deep inhales and exhales. Or if you want a more energizing breath, take an inhale through the nose when you twist, exhale through the mouth as you face forward. And then a slow swing of the arms, nice deep inhale. And exhale, take your arms to the sides. Keep your feet nice and wide. Take your hands to your hips and circle out your hips. Nice slow rotation. And then go the other direction. Back up nice and tall and walk your feet in. Arms by your sides, roll the shoulders back and down and take your arms interlacing the fingers behind. Pointers release towards the floor, palms press. You can also hold wrists or elbows if that feels better. And then start to, the fingers are interlaced, start to bring the hands a little further away from your back. And a little squeeze into the shoulder blades, opening through the heart and chest. And take a scan throughout your whole body, so noticing the feet, the weight, the knees, hips, all the way up the spine, the natural curves of your spine. So you're not in a back bend here, just opening through the shoulders and standing nice and tall. Bring your awareness to your face. Can you feel your face at ease, even here with this clasped hands or opening of the chest? Maybe a little challenge here, but can you keep the face at ease? Notice your breath. Can you take a little deeper inhale and a little deeper exhale? And begin to slowly let the arms come back towards the body and release the fingers if they're interlaced, and let the arms just float by your sides. Can you let go through the shoulders as if I just place sandbags on the top of your shoulders, so you can just feel them heavy and down away from the ears. Let the palms turn out away and take an inhale slowly, bringing your arms up again as if they're floating through the air, through the space. Reaching all the way up. And bring your palms together, hands at the heart. Bring your thumbs right in towards the heart center as you stand tall, centered and at ease. Does your belly feel tight? Can you allow it to soften? Or maybe a 3-part Dirga breath, breathing in fully, letting your belly expand on your inhale as the lungs fill. Maybe you tighten the back of your throat, Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Fill your body with breath, healing energy. Let the arms float back down to your sides. Lower your chin towards your chest and begin to slowly roll yourself down, one vertebra at a time. The arms hang and are heavy. The head is heavy. Maybe the hands lower to the floor. Take a nice little bend of the knees. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, walk your hands away from your feet to downward dog, where you might hold for a few breaths, or come into one last chaturanga flow to plank, to lower your chest to the floor, to find your back bend on an inhale, and exhale back to downward dog. Lowering the knees to the floor, to sit down onto your mat, to straighten out the right leg and bend the left knee, hugging the knee in towards the chest. Sitting up nice and tall. And then taking the left foot to the outside of your right leg, wrapping your right arm around that bent knee, and bring your left hand behind to a twist, turning the chest to the left. Come forward and let that left foot release to the inner right thigh, and let the left knee open towards the floor. Sit up nice and tall, and then begin to hinge forward over the leg. Bring yourself back up. Straighten the left leg. We'll reverse the order on this side. Bring that right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Right knee relaxes, hip opens, sit up tall, and then hinge forward over your left leg. Slowly make your way up. Right knee draws up in towards the chest. Pause here for a moment to sit up tall. Use that knee, that leg as a support for the spine. Take the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Left arm wraps around that bent knee. Right hand behind and twist right. And slowly face forward and bend both knees, feet flat to the floor. Bring yourself all the way down to the mat, hugging the knees into the chest and circling the knees around. Now lower your feet to the floor, knees bent, and allow your knees to rock gently side to side. Bring your knees up, soles of the feet together. Feet rest to the mat and let the knees open, reclining, bound angle, and bring your hands behind the head. Check in with your right hip and left hip. See if there's a difference. Check in with the lower back here. And coming into a 3-part breath or Ujjayi breath. . down to the floor. Draw the knees back together and knees into the chest, into happy baby, knees wide and hands reach behind the knees or to the feet. And rock side to side. Back to center, inhale through the nose. And exhale as you release, taking the arms and legs up towards the ceiling, straightening the legs, circling your wrists and ankles. Bringing the knees to the chest, feet to the floor. One more twist, letting the knees drop to the left. Arms out wide and head turns to the right. And take 3 deep breaths in and out. And bring your knees back up. Let your knees drop over to the right side. Head turns to the left. And 3 deep breaths to relax in this twist. Let your knees come back up. And if there's any final stretch that you'd like to do now, you can do that or come into Shavasana, resting pose. We'll rest for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to close with a short 5-minute seated meditation, or you can also remain laying down in Shavasana if that feels best for you. So any final stretches, and then come into your version of Shavasana. You could be on your back, on your side, or belly. And get your body comfortable. Take deep breaths. Allow your body to settle into the floor. Muscles relax, the bones become heavy. Release the weight of your head and allow your face to relax. give you the option to stay here if you're lying on the floor, to continue resting in Shavasana, or you're welcome to come up to a seated posture, ankles crossed or sitting on your knees and heels, resting your hands to your lap, palms up or down. Shoulders rolled back and down, sitting tall and at ease. And we'll do a brief, about a 5-minute meditation focusing on the breath. If the mind wanders, just bring it back to your breath. Your eyes can be open or closed. If they're open, have a soft gaze at the tip of your nose or down towards the floor. Deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale through the nose or mouth. If you're lying on the floor, you can bring your knees to your chest, roll to one side, and make your way up to seated. In seated, we'll bring the hands together to the heart. Let the chin drop towards the chest, bowing forward. May we all have healthy bodies, happy hearts, and peaceful minds. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing today. Hope you have a great day. I'm going to take you off mute.